Hey, it's Tuxedo Mark. It's 4:40 p.m. on Thursday, May 27, 2021. And welcome to another episode of VLOGTRON, a Voltron vlog. I'm reviewing Blind Force Season 2, Episode 7, Little Buddies. So in this episode, first of all, it starts off that we see the Voltron Force right away, which is nice because, well, after about a minute of opening theme. Um, but in the previous two episodes ago, it was over 5 minutes until we saw them, and last episode was over 6 minutes until we saw them. So it's nice to see them right away. Um, but it looks like a little bit of a continuity hiccup because Peter Cullen gives some narration at the beginning, and he says that the Voltron force is returning home after uh, their adventures on the planets from the previous two episodes. Now, I did check the planet names, and yes, that's what they are, the planets that they visited in the Trader and Voltron meets Jungle One. But here's the thing. It makes sense that this would pick up immediately after Voltron meets Jungle Woman because this episode aired after it. But they were already back home at the beginning of that episode. They had returned home after the Trader, and then they went out into space again. So this narration at the beginning of this episode makes no sense. It's basically trying to say that they have been completely away from the Castle of Lions for the previous two episodes, and that hasn't been the case. But anyway, so they're passing through the Azure quadrant of the galaxy. I don't know what the Azure quadrant is supposed to be, but they pass a planet that Hunk remembers helping years ago. Basically, it was soon after he graduated from the academy, I think. We get some flashbacks. He'd been sent on a mercy mission by the Galaxy Alliance. While he was there, he befriended several orphan children and helped the people to rebuild their civilization. Okay, so that's fine. But I'll get to why it's a problem in a bit. But Keith allows Hunk to go to revisit the planet. Soon after, Lance picks up a signal that Drool ships are in the area, and the Voltron force heads off to intercept to cover Hunk so he doesn't get attacked because he's by himself. Let's see. We get some Planet Doom stuff. Not important. Lotor says he'll overthrow his father. Blah blah blah. So Hunk is going to. He's going toward the planet. Um, oh, oh Galaxy Garrison contacts him before he touches down on the planet. They order him to rejoin Voltron Force. He's like, "Hey, I'm on vacation," and they're like, "We strongly urge you to." Yeah, no, and he's and Hunk's like, "Oh, the bad guys better not interrupt my vacation." And anyway, so he meets back up with the kids once he arrives back on the planet. And here's the problem the kids don't look any older than they do in Hunk's flashback. Seriously, they look the same age. And so this presents a problem. We don't know exactly how much time is supposed to have passed, but if the kids look the same as back in the day after Hunk had recently graduated from the academy, then is the entire Lion Force saga of Voltron supposed to occur in like such a short amount of time? Because it certainly it seems that way based on this episode, I guess. Oh, and by the way, when Hunk arrives on the planet, he's upset that he's like, I guess they forgot that I was coming. And what? I mean, he just made the decision to visit there. He didn't inform anyone. Um, anyway, he's reunited with the kids. Um, Prince Cossack and Hagar arrive. They find his yellow lion. Cossack can't get to move. And Hagar's like, I bet it looks like you never heard of keys before, huh? Well, we don't have to fly the thing. And Prince Cossack is like, yeah, that's right. We can take it apart and sell the parts. So that's your big plan. You've got one of the lions that form Voltron, and your plan is to dismantle it and sell the scrap parts for cash. Really? um, uh, let's see. So anyway, some of the children spy on them. They inform Hunk. Um, Hunk decides to confront Hagar and Cossack, but the kids want to join in too. And somehow Hunk lets them, even though they're just kids and are armed with like fishing rods, and it's dumb. But anyway, let's see. One of the girls actually activates Yellow Lion. Did she get the key from Hunk? I mean, how'd she do it? But anyway, she sends a signal to Keith and other pilots. They arrive. They get her message. They arrive on the planet. Hunk gets into Yellow Lion. They form Voltron. Um, anyway, once Cossack and Hagar leave, the orphans decide they want to become pilots just like Hunk. So, yeah. So, not much else to say about this. Oh, well, actually, there is one thing. I noticed that the animation is pretty bad in this episode. Like, I was spotting all of these weird glitches and stuff like that. It seems poorly animated. Um, but yeah, anyway, it's another Planet of the Week episode, and it tries to tie in to the previous two episodes of the series to make it seem like this is like a small mini trilogy. But it creates a continuity problem. So anyway, so that's that episode. On to the next one. Actually, first I think I'm going to eat some dinner, and then I'll watch the next episode. But yeah, so it was an okay episode. One thing I gotta mention. In the previous episode, Voltron meets Jungle Woman. Cheddar and the rest of the space mice sneak aboard Alura's lion. How she didn't notice this, I don't know. She's like, "What are you doing here?" I think they tried to play some role in helping out in the previous episode. There is no sign of them in this episode, despite this episode occurring immediately after. So, yeah, another continuity problem. um, but anyway, yeah. So that's that. Um, okay, now I think I'm done with this episode. So anyway, it's oh hello Kiwi Access. So yeah, uh, that's it. It's 4:50 p.m. and thanks for watching.